What's up guys, Chandler your Instinct Subway here, and today I'm going to be showing you what I like to keep my soft plastics in. Now, every year I switch, but I finally found something that I think I want to keep forever, at least for a couple of years. Now, these boxes were online. They're not that cheap, but they're not that expensive either. They're about 40 bucks a piece. The smaller ones are a little bit cheaper, but the bigger ones are higher. But here they are right there. I got the medium-sized lure lock, the smaller size lure lock. So the big one's what I keep my soft plastics in. So let's just open it up. You got these little blocks right here to open. It just slides down like that. Now here we got 5 of these boxes right here. Pretty nice. They're pretty big, right there. And we'll get to it and open. Things first, I'm gonna pull out the first box. First, it's going to be worms. Now, I didn't put all my soft plastics in here because if I need to restock or something, I'll get the bag and put more in here. But these are a pretty big slots for them. So the first, I have these like green pumpkin looking, it's like a green pumpkin on that side with like a brownish on that side. I keep about 20 in there of that kind. Next, we got these crawl worms. I never saw these before, but I picked them up at Dick's yesterday. But they had like the little crawl looking, it's like a little crawl legs. It's kind of cool. I mean, I haven't caught a fish on them yet, but I haven't really tried them. Next, we got the Bass Pro Shop long 6-inch worm right here. Not my favorite, but I figured I would pick them up just because they looked pretty good. Next, I do got my favorite. It's called the pumpkin. And it's a 12-inch worm. It's like a pumpkin color right there. Favorite worm, favorite color. Next, we have the swim worm. That's what it's called, swim worm. It has like it's a plum color. As you can see right there with the blue flake. 6-inch. I do nothing under 6-inch unless I'm going for smaller fish. Then we got another Bass Pro Shop. Same thing, just different colors. That's another like plum. I like plum. It's not my favorite color, but sure does catch fish. Then we got another 12-inch worm right here. And it's like just orange. They call this orange mango. I'm not a big fan. They just came out with it. We'll try it. Next we have another 12-inch worm. And it's just black, just regular old black. So that's it for my worms that I have. These are the worms that I use a lot. The ones that I don't use a lot, I don't put in my boxes because it's just a waste of space. So next, we have my flukes. Now flukes are one of my favorite baits when it's real grassy. So first we got pink flukes. They call this a bubblegum fluke. Catches lots of fish at my private lake that my grandpa owns. They get on it and then they get to a different color. They really just switch every month. But every time they get on the pink on it, like every cast you get a fish. So next we have same thing, just green pumpkin with a little bit of red flake. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit smaller. This is a 4-inch, that's a 5-inch. I mean, I don't really care on flukes. Next we have a 7-inch big white fluke. Now this is the biggest fluke I've ever seen. My biggest bass I ever caught in my life, I caught on this. It was a 10-pound, 2-ounce. 10 pounds, 2-ounce bass, largemouth bass. And then we got the smaller version. This is a 4-inch of that. a little bit, that's more, this one right here is more of a gray than white. But yeah. Next, we have another 7-inch. This is my last one because there's lots of fish on it. It has a green pumpkin up top and like a white belly. Really like the white belly. Again, it's a 7-inch, like that. Next, we have a paddle tail fluke. It's more of a gray, like a really dark gray on top, and on bottom really light gray. Has a little bit of blue flake in it up there. I don't know if you can see that. But, I mean, haven't caught lots of fish on it, but I put it on the back of a chatterbait, a jig, a swim jig, not a jig. Catches me fish sometimes. Then we got, I found this on the ground at Lake Ray Roberts. I found a whole pack of them. I'm down to one. It just has a single little tail right there that flops like that. It's just black up top. I mean, that's just weird. Okay, so next I have this right here. This is I believe a Bass Pro Shop brand. It's just a little swim bait. Has it like very soft, like very stretchy, and it's like 1 ounce if anything. But it has a big paddle tail on it. It's only a 4-inch bait. It has the red eyes. Caught lots of fish on this. I think because the chartreuse. All fish like chartreuse. So next we have the 4-inch saltwater swim bait. Bass absolutely hammer this thing. I don't know if it's the scent, the color, how long it is, I don't know. It's a 5-inch saltwater little bait. Stinks. Ugh. Alright, next we have a Bass Pro Shop, and this actually looks like a fish. Like, it looks really, really good. This is a Huddleston bait right here. Big paddle tail, 3-inch bait. Looks just like a little like crappie. So last but not least, in my fluke box, we had like a pearl right there, kind of with the chartreuse tail. Use this weightless in grass, on back of jigs. Really anything you can use a fluke like that with. But yeah. I love these boxes because they're sticky on the bottom. Next box I'll show you. So next we have the Senko box. After I get done explaining all my Senkos, I'll show you the bottom of the box. Now I really like this box because, especially with my Senkos, because I always need Senkos. I always use them if it's a rough day, if it's a good day, if it's a hot day, if it's a cloudy day. If it's a windy day, any of that, a Senko will always work. So first, I already rigged this one up. I don't know why. I guess I was bored at night or something. But it's like a red flake right there. Senko. This is only a 4-inch right here. It has like little eyes up top. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like a fly eye. Fly eye. But yeah. It's just simple, just like that. Next, we have a paddle tail Senko. Put this on back of like a chatterbait. That's really all I like to put on back of with the paddle tail on the thing. So yeah, that's just a red flake. Next, we have the same thing. A little bit bigger tail right there. And this is a 5-inch green pumpkin swim Senko. Next, we have a black and gold. The black is the primary color. The gold is the secondary color. 4-inch bait, really like that. Next is a 4-inch, it's all red with really light red for the flake on it. Like I said, I like to use big baits for bass, small baits for smaller fish like bluegill and stuff. But for smaller bass, like a 2 pound, 1 pound, all the way up to maybe 3 pounds, I like to use a little 2-inch bait. This is just solid black. Our private pond seems to they seem to love smaller baits. I don't know why, but I like to use bigger. I get maybe less bites someday, maybe more bites someday. Maybe I miss more, but I get bigger fish. Next we have, it's like a gray with purple on one side, and then a white with a white flake on that side. 5-inch bait, really, really salty. I don't know if you can see the salt on there. Let me just get that. Yeah, all that right there is salt. So next I have another 3-inch bait, except it's green. It's just regular old lime green on that side, darker green on that side. I'm trying to fly through this because I still have 2 other boxes and it's 9 minutes already. So next we have a 4-inch right here bait. The primary color is white, the secondary color is with that black flake. I really like the clear. I like to use on a wacky worm just like that. When it goes through the water, it goes like that. When you lift up, when it drops, looks really good. You can use any Senko with that. Now in here, whoa, I got the swim Senkos, I think 5 or 6 inch, but this is swimming on top of the water and it makes like a bubble trail, like just goes like that, and a bass just blows up on it. It's really cool. Since I only have 2 in there, I'll show you how sticky this is. Oh, I'm losing baits. So I see right there, that's all sticky. That's why I like this bait. So you see this bait, throw it up on there, it's not moving. Now these are moving right here because the bottom ain't sticking to it. I wish the sides were also sticky, but next year they said they're coming out with that, so that's a big thing. So last but not least, in my Senko box, I had the same thing, but white. It's a 7-inch, 6 or 7-inch. Pretty sure it's a 6-inch. Swimming on top of the water, bass blows up on it. So I'll put this box up. So next box we have a finesse. Yeah, a finesse slash shaky head worm. A finesse, if you don't know, is like drop shot, which has a weight down here and a hook up here, which I actually have one over here. Let me get it for you. Right here. You just see this right here. So right here is, I have a tungsten weight, which one tungsten weight costs $7, so they're better for the environment, that's why I buy them. But anyways, here's the weight down here, here's the hook up there, and you just have like a regular old shaky worm. When it's in the water, it just does that. Bass just can't resist. They have to eat it. Now I'm not to switch my reel on this because this is a light reel. It's an older reel, so I'm not to go spend a lot of money on another reel. I only have 200. The reel I'm trying to get is 150, so we'll get it. So next, like I said, we have our finesse baits, which I love finesse fishing. So this you can use on a shaky head or finesse. I would rather use it on a finesse. It's just a green pumpkin with like a blue flake. Next oh yeah, that's 6-inch by the way. Next we have a 4-inch clear. It's basically clear. One side's real gray with blue flake. One side's just plain white slash gray. Really like that. Next we have a 3-inch lime green shaky. As you can see, it's not stopping. That's how good the action is. Next we have these 3-inch. One side's gray, one side's a lighter purplish gray, 3-inch. Then we got a Bass Pro Shop brand. Has a gold fleck in there with a This is the only one that I have with that tail. 3-inch bait, really like that. Now we got the bigger size, 5-inch Bass Pro Shop brand. Has a black with like a turquoise fleck in it, and it's white/gray on the back. Really like them. Now these are called robot worms that I'm fixing to pull up. They're called Robo. Now it has lots of salt on it. It's a 4-inch bait. I love the blue. Blue is my favorite color, even like the wear, as you can see right here. By the way, go check out Two Dove. Anyways, right there, 4-inch blue. It's like a baby blue. Really like that. That's my favorite kind right there. Now next, we're gonna have another. They're really salty. I don't know if you can see that. That's all salt right there. It's a green pumpkin with a little bit of blue on the side. 4-inch right there. Nice little action drop shot worm. Now next, I'm getting into the shaky head. We only got 2 left. This is a 7-inch right here. It's a green pumpkin with black fleck in it. I really like that bait because if you have a shaky head, which means there's a weight up here and the hook goes inside, and whenever it hits the water, it goes upside down and just shakes. It floats like this, and it just shakes. Bass love that. And the last thing is, I like to use this on a shaky head as well. It's a tube bait, like there's nothing inside of it, it's just a tube with like a tail like that. Put it on a shaky head, go like that, everything will just flitter like that. So yeah, that's my shaky head box. Really like my shaky head box, because in my drop shot box, because that's what I use the most. Last but not least, one I use a lot, just like shaky head, is a creature bait. Now creature baits are probably the most used in like the fishing, like everyone that fishes uses a creature bait. That's not why I buy them, because I like using creature baits. So we have trailers and like trailers for jigs, swim jig, chatterbaits, and creatures. Creatures are basically trailers. So this is our trailer. This is not a creature, just a trailer. Green pumpkin with black fleck. Then we got a bigger size. They're all the same length. One's just bigger than the other. My favorite color, black and blue. Black and blue seems to catch them in clear or dirty water. Next we have a little bit smaller. It's called Candy. It has a turquoise, plum, clear color. And then we have basically the same thing, smaller. It's the only one that has like the crawls, look like crawl tentacles right there. Smaller, just a green pumpkin. So next we have an actual crawl, it looks like. It's basically just a tube bait right there. You can see the crawls, it's like that. It's pretty cool. It's only a 4-inch bait. It's basically just dark brown. Really like that. Next we have a gambler, I believe. It's just a paddle. Like if you swim in the water, just paddles behind it. I usually use that on lily pad, so I toss it on the lily pad, it drops in the water, get a fish. So next we have another tube bait, but it's just green pumpkin, same thing. It's not brown, just green pumpkin. Then we got a power bait. This is a real creature. Like that's a creature. But then you bring this aside, they call this a creature as well. I would rather go with this one than this one, but this one stinks, but sure catches fish. Now this one is a gambler as well. This comes with $7 a pack. Comes with 5. I really use that just with a shaky head, a small shaky head, like that big of a hook. But yeah, that's that one. Then we got more gambler. This is what I use for top water, because see these tails, top of the water just flutters like that. It's a green pumpkin with red fleck right there. Next we have these greasy Bass Pro Shop little creature. Has a really good color on it. I like the color, caught lots of fish on these, so I had to stock up more. So it's like a purple with turquoise. So next, I'm gonna go through these fast. We have a white 2-inch crawdad and like a real color crawdad. I like them to put on small jigs about that big. Really nice, catch lots of fish on them. Next we have the Strike King little grub here. I can't remember what to call it. Package is over here. Oh yeah, right here. Their rage tail right there. I'm actually talking to them to get more of these, but there's Strike King right there. They are called Rage Menace. They're 4-inch bait. They're pearl color. Really like that put on back of a jig or just flipping and pitching in the grass or in trees. So next we just have a regular old grub. Like to put that on the back of a swim jig. Then we have a 2-tailed, double-tailed, whatever you want to call it, grub. It's just like a yellow color. Then we got these, which I love to put on jigs. It's a crawdad with hair, arm looking things. Really nice bait. Then, lastly, we got a bigger crawl, 4-inch. So, yeah, I really hope you like this video. If you want to see more of these lure locks, what I have in every single one, which I have 4 of them, please get this video to about 7 likes, and I'll get to it. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, almost forgot. I'm giving a shout out right now. Go subscribe to Trickshot 101. I believe it's Jordan Dean on Instagram. She fishes, she does a whole bunch of pictures. She's just really cool. Trickshot 101. It's one of my friends, Carson's. He does of like a bottle flipping, just a whole bunch of flipping stuff. I don't know if you like that. If you like fishing, then go subscribe to fishing stuff. But yeah, Trickshot 101 on YouTube and Jordan Dean on Instagram. So I really hope you like this video. Like I said, if you want to see another or all my lure locks, or you want to see a GoPro on my chest to go fish, give this 7 likes. If you want to see a GoPro, give me 8 likes. If you want to see what's in everything, give me 7 likes. Hope you liked the video. See you in the next one. Boom.